Welcome everyone. Just trying to get everything sorted out, so I'm just changing a few things around because I've noticed a lot of things that isn't working. So but I think I finally figured out the touring cars, which is Summit. I've been playing a lot with them this morning, and I think I've finally got them figured. So that is something. But my feet is playing up a lot today, so I don't know how many races I'm gonna be doing. I'm hoping to be live for next 2 hour for next 4 hour. But I'm gonna be truthful. I think I'm only probably gonna get 2 hour today because of my feet. They are horrendously bad today. So we're gonna clock in, get a few points for team, and just go from there. So we've got 10 races, 466 points, which I'm really proud about. I mean, it's nothing when you look at the rest of the team. It's I'm lacking quite a bit. But hopefully I can just keep hold of the rear of the pack and hopefully not let the team down. Well, if my feet do carry on the way they have been today, I might do some NASCAR. I know it's not going to be really good maximizing points per race, but at least I'll be able to get points in doing that. That's kind of my thinking behind it, but we'll wait and see what happens. But yeah, the races this morning, when I've been trying to figure out the tune, they've been absolutely horrendous. People just dive bombing everywhere and wondering why they're getting wrecked, or they block you, something rotten. Or they will go into a braking zone quite early and just absolutely full on brakes, and it's like, what are you doing? I'm sat there just thinking to myself, like, what are you doing? The only thing I've not figured out is the brake bias. It seems like you need to have them really forward, which I'm not a fan of. Whereas the only way you can keep the car under control. Or I can keep the car under control under braking. I still can't figure that chicane out. And this next one. On that corner, I don't know if to do it in 4th or 5th. Because you're right at the top of the 4th. So I don't know whether it's 4th or 5th. One thing I'm going to have to do though, at some point this week, is get my air conditioner back out. Because the temps are starting to get really hot now. Outside it's 18°C. And in my room it's like 25 Celsius. And I have got windows open as well. So I might have to crack aircon back out. I know I'm really low to losing my my A license, but I'm not really bothered if I do, because all the races I do are mainly B class and below, so I'm not really bothered about A. But if I do end up losing it, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? But not long now. Lobby should be opening up. Let's see what's going to happen. Hopefully it's a clean one, but I've not managed to get a clean one of these all day, and I've done quite a few. You just get killed on, you get killed straight away, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. On one side, I kind of hope I'm in top split to get most amount of points, championship points. But on the flip side, I hope I'm not in top split, as my skill ain't good enough to be in top split. But what I really am happy about with this touring car update is it's brought a lot of people back to touring cars. And I mean a lot of people. Because at this time of day, all the way through day, there's been at least 2 splits through the entire day, which has been absolutely amazing for touring cars. Normally you're lucky if you fill 1 split at any time of the day. So to get 2 splits worth of people is really fucking good. Really good. And I'm really happy for that because I love touring cars. So it's this new update's kind of revived them, which I'm really chuffed about. Really chuffed about. Make sure I've got the right one set on. But yeah, I'm qualifying with race setup on. I've tried doing it with no fuel on race set, on qualifying set, and my times are exactly the same. So there's no point in faffing about changing setups. So let's see where we're going to qual it. You really do have to warm up your tyres on this first out lap, because the new tyre model is horrible. Cold tyres are just absolutely horrible. Once I get up to temperature, they feel just so much better. Better than it did before. Once they get up to temp, where it's just surviving till they're up to temp. And that's where a lot of wrecks always happen on lap 1, because people are on cold tyres and they're trying to drive it as if they're not cold. Alright, let's try and lock him. The best I've ever gotten since I've figured the setup out is a 26 summit. I know I'm not going to get a 26, but if I can get into the 27s, I'll be happy. These fucking cold brakes, though, they still catch me. I should know about the cold brakes because cold brakes have always been a thing in these and they still fucking catch me. Still not figured out this corner. And I've put laps after laps after laps in. And that corner as well. Ooh, what we got? $27 flat. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad for me. The time he's got in first place, that's the top split time, that. That is a top split time. Still got a good time, though. I'd say he messed up his last lap. This is the longest waiting time ever, and it's like... Nice. 27.5. Very nice. Very nice. Ugh. Can we survive lap 1? Let's find out. Ooh. He nearly absolutely murdered that Civic. I was going to bump him, but he went high. And we weren't going to make that corner, and I didn't fancy ploughing first place. I misjudged my braking, so I was too busy watching Civic behind, like an idiot. You know you're slow when you can lose the time penalty by just driving normal. See, if he didn't try to force his way in there, I would have let him pass on back straight. But forcing your way past like that, trying to get position, no, I'm not giving it yet. Oh, I thought. Got to go down to second there. Considering I've got wheel damage and a little bit of steering damage, I'm surprised I'm still doing 27s. Oh, he's going to get slowed down behind by battling in behind. Thinking behind might catch by the end. I enjoyed that for the most part. Ooh. That sucks, that, doing it there. Oh, that sucks even more. Has the accident happened with me yet between, I think it's this lap. I swear he just fucking dived on the inside. No, it weren't. Right, next lap. Yep, just fucking dived on the inside. What an absolute... I mean, it's like, this guy did it really bad. And this guy did it even worse. Like... That's just fucking... Sometimes it really does make you think. But we got some new people to add to the tag driver list. I don't get what you were even trying there. Ooh. Did he blow his engine or gearbox there? Did summit. Bet you anything he's clipping that. Let's clip it just in case. So I've got a very, very, very funny feeling he's going to he's gonna try and he's gonna try and what you call it, report it. You have to fast forward till we get it. I'm gonna clip it because I've got a funny feeling he's gonna try and report it. They say it's 2.1 KI rating. No, fucking stupid what you were doing. Yep, that's it. So we'll clip it from here. And then we'll go all the way down here. Just put that there. I'm not going to report it. I'm just clipping it because I've got a funny feeling, a very, very funny feeling he's going to protest it. So I'd rather have it just in case. We've got a nice 77 championship points there. I might go and do some NASCAR. And the reason for this is because my foot is fucking killing. So, is there anything going we can do what's relatively easy? I don't think so. I wouldn't mind doing this, but no one signed up to it. I don't think anyone will sign up to it. But mini stocks is always fun, so we're going to sign up to that. And while this is loading in, I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go do a minute or two on exercise bike to get some blood flowing in my feet because my feet are absolutely fucking murder at the moment. So I'll be back in a minute or two. We're back. I think on this race, I'm going to drop back and wait for everyone to wreck themselves. Because there's always wrecks. What's happening on this? Always wrecks. So I think I'm just going to hang back and try and snipe at the end. I like doing these. One or two reasons. One, it's a nice chill out race. And two, it allows me to rest my foot for a little bit. So I can use the throttle on button instead. I can take a lot of pain. I can take painkillers to try and hold it off. But I don't want to just swim on painkillers all the time. So oh yeah, that person on last race, like I was gonna let him past on back straight because he was quicker than me. But when he started just dive bombing on inside and trying to force an overtake, at that point, I'm just like, yeah, he's going to work for it if he wants it. Which is a shame because it was a good race. I was having a good race with him. The only thing I do regret is the flashing lights as many times. But that's kind of my fault because I've got that on a button on my Stream Deck. On my Stream Deck, what I've got is extremely old. So sometimes the button gets stuck into it, just consistently registers it. I only meant to flash lights once at him. And it kind of got stuck and spammed him quite a few times. So I do feel sorry for him on that one, because that is on me. But it is what it is. But we were talking on comms, but no sound were coming through. So I don't know if he... because normally when that happens, the PC's had an update and it changes all input settings. It doesn't same with mine, and I need to switch it back to what it were. I'll do all that before this race starts. Oh. There we go. Put that back. But I'm not too sure what I'm going to do after this race. I'm not too sure on what's going, but let's have a look. Because when this ends, it'll be races what start at past. So let's see what's going at past the hour. See if there's anything on NASCAR going. That's 5:15. We'll miss them. That's past. I might give this a whirl and see if I can do that. What else is going? Have a look at sports cars. What's going on sports cars? Past the hour we're after. There's nothing at past the hour on that one. C class. Vintage. I wouldn't mind doing this, but it's kind of a dead series, which is a shame. But this is at Silverstone, and this is next week. Why am I working next week? I can do this one next week. D-Class, what's going on D-Class? This quarter past and quarter two with this one, yeah. Anything at half past? I think the only things that are half past is production and Fantech's here. But I'm not a fan of that one. What's going at Formula? Formula B class. Don't own anything there. Formula C. No. Don't own anything there. D class. Open wheel. And I hate the Formula 4. What about Dirt Road? What's going here? Nothing at half past. Dirt Oval. Street Stock. I might give this a go. But I think I'll probably end up doing the stock car, the big stock car one. If I'm being truthful. The at Charlotte. This one. I might do this one at 5:30. I should be able to do this one. I'm not 100% confident on that. But we should be able to do it. Have a look where we're going points wise. $543. Nice. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Oh. Yeah, I don't. We'll see what split we're in on whether we qualify or not. If we're in top split, you get championship points no matter where you finish. So if we're in top split, I'm not going to qualify. If I'm not in top split, then I'll qualify. Kind of a deal. Ugh. Lobby should be opening up now. Should be. Oh, there we go. The only thing what's sketchy in this race with these cars is the tri-oval, because they kind of float across it. When you're in a group of a lot of people, that's where accidents tend to happen. I think we might be in top split. Looking at that, my ratings goes. Yeah, we're in top split. I'm not qualifying. Stay at the back of the pack and just snipe all crashes. Alright, let's go, go and watch a few drivers. I really do like that name, Hector. I like it for one or two reasons. One, it's not a very, very common name. And two, it reminds me of Breaking Bad. Oh, it's mine. It's so fucking common. It's so common, it's unreal. One thing I am surprised with on these cars though, is they've got no windows at all. No front or rear windows at all. In fact, it might have a front window. It don't look like it's got a rear one though. Yeah, it's got a front window, it just doesn't have a rear. What did Hector get? Hector got first. Nice. Oh, that's another nice name. Ruben. Is there any more still going? Marcel. Oh. I don't think there's any more on that. Oh. Yeah, I think they're all done. Just waiting for it to start. See, what people don't understand about qualifying, incident marks in qualifying still go against your safety rating, but then again, it does have 4.6, and that's a lot. That is a lot for oval. I think highest I've ever been in oval is 3 point something. Oh. Got a minute left. This thing's on his last lap. Yeah, that's it. I'd love to go watch NASCAR live in America. I'd love to go and do it. It's kind of my dream to go to Daytona 500 if I can at some point in my life. Press run button. Pop it. What are you going high for? People really don't have the spotter on, do they? If I had safety rating to spare, I wouldn't have let off on brakes. I'd have let him spin himself on me. Karma will strike and get Eric at some point. I am niffed though, because it's put me this far back and I'm out at slipstream of everyone. It is what it is. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me what's noticed this, or whether it's anyone else what's noticed this, but people on iRacing lately have, the quality of driving has kind of gone downhill. There's so many dive bombers now and kamikaze people. It's just unreal. Then you get in what just come down on me like that. These three are going to end up wrecking him from. Oh, we didn't get any more wrecks. I don't know why people quit on these, because you've got a fast repair. I'll just take the fast repair and come back out. Because anything happens in these races all the time. Not only that, it'll save your safety rating as well. If you've got a 4X and you've only done a couple of laps and you quit, that's going to massively hurt your safety rating. Are we going to get anyone pushing? And try and dive bomb bends as we're coming up to the last couple of laps. I'm in danger zone now. Let's see if any of these will wreck each other. Good job on brakes there. Whose fault was that then? Whose fault were it? I don't think that were Eric. I don't think that were Eric's. I think that was number 4. I just think that was number 4, that. Let's have a look at first lap again with Eric. Let's get a proper sight onto it. Yeah, racing incident. On my point of view, it proper fucking slammed me. But in replay, it was just next to nothing. Now let's see who's at fault here. I should have known that you were going into pits, but if anything, that's my fault. I know a lot of people have questioned that, but I could see that you were damaged. So that was my fault. In my opinion, it was my fault. Being A-class fucking sucks ass. Like, I really hate being A-class on oval. Because if I were anything other than A-class, I'd have gained safety rating on 5 incident points. But because I'm A-class, I just fucking drop. One thing I need to do is open up fuel calculator. Let's see if we can drive these around here. Oh, one thing I forgot to check were championship points. I got 49. Yes. Them championship points are starting to build up. I think I broke 500 now in total. Yeah, broke 500. That race might have pushed me to 600 once it updates. Let's see if we can drive these cars around here. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Right, let's get a couple of laps and see if we can do this or not. I don't think I've driven these around here before. Yeah, I think we can do this. So I am gonna go disappear and get some painkillers. You ready for this race? Because it's a 90 lap race. And my foot is already hurting now. So we'll go get some painkillers, and I think this might be potentially the last race. Potentially. Well, that's if we do it anyway, because there's not enough people signed up at the moment. There's only 4 drivers signed up. We need 6. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes anyway. We're back. And it looks like we've got enough people in this now to for the race. I think we might only have one split. And I'm kind of hoping we've only got one split. But we'll find out what happens. It's updated. We're at 592 now. Turn that off for a minute or two. Let's go get a lap in or two. To one thing I have noticed on tracks like this, though, is to run rear heavy brakes to get the turn in and to transfer some weight to the rear, some tyre wear to the rear. Like that, they're having rear heavy brakes. It allowed me to get my front down. And when I mean like rear heavy brakes, they are really rear heavy. Because normally they're at like 55. 58, and I've run them really rear heavy to get the swivel on from. We are using wheel to try transfer some of the wear to the rear. I just hope we get more than 2 sets of tyres in this race. I think we might get 3. If there's any safety cars, go in and take tyres. Especially if we get quite into the race anyway. I'm not doing like I did last time where I barely, when safety car come out on lap 15 or wherever it were, and I didn't go in and take tyres. Oh, no, it was 21. 21 when it come out. And everyone pitted them for tyres, and I didn't. And I ended up going a lap down because of it in the end. I think there might be 2 splits now with 27 drivers. Potentially it might be 1 split. But I've got a funny feeling it might be 2. If it is 2 splits and we end up being in the top split, oh, that's going to be beautiful for championship points. .45, yes. I just need to remember there isn't a pit limiter, so that might catch me and give me a pit stop penalty. Potentially. But I'm still happy I finally figured out the touring cars though. It's taken me a long time to figure them out this morning. I spent a good 4 hours trying to get them figured out. And I finally got the setups figured out. So I think now with them, because like they can only do 160 anyway. So beforehand, you used to, like on the wing, you used to be like -3, -4 wing. But now I've noticed you want to run +1 to +3 on rear wing. And it really does settle the back of the car down. And you still get the same top speed. So you might be able to get away going +4 on wing, potentially. We're in split one as well. No matter where we finish, we're going to get championship points. But we're going to try and finish well. That's right. The only thing what's going to get me in this race, I think, is the pit stop, the pit limiter speed, because trying to feather your throttle at that sort of speed for me is next to impossible with my feet. So I think that's going to be a struggle bus for me. So I might get a speeding in pits penalty from it. Can't even get it slowed down. Might have to go in really early. Slow down really early for it. Let's see where we're going to quali. We're probably going to quali towards back at pack. Because we're being in split one. But it is what it is. Got to be careful of cold tyres on this track as well. Yeah, new old quality back at pack. I can't get into the 31s. I'm not good enough. But good thing about tracks like this is you capitalize on for the kite cake. I'll get my words out on crashes. Especially if you're at backup pack, just try to avoid them all. And you should get a semi-good finish. I'm just hoping we get more than 2 sets of tyres. This is a 90-lap race. What's that? VAT, what's that? Bottle Vaxton City, I've not heard of that before. Is that Kuwait? Yeah, Kuwait. That's Spain. Yeah. One thing I love about this is I'm starting to learn the flags. I've never learnt them shit. And playing iRacing, I'm starting to learn them. I've got a funny feeling though Greg's going to end up lapping us by the end. You're asking for a lot there, mate.
Oh, I have a feeling you're going to be disappointed.
How many tyres we've got? 2 tyres. To be fair, I bet we can go 45 laps without changing tyres, to be honest with you, but...
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, fellas.
Good luck. Damn, what happened, Greg John?
I feel like Vincent can beat me heads up, so I want to challenge myself and see if I can start from the pit and make it happen.
Oh, you're a boss, bro.
He's so talented, he's bored.
Next on lap one, we won't feel that way.
Love it, love it.
It's never fun to start from the front.
Good luck, fellas. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
45 mile an hour pits, need to remember that shit.
Filippo, you're starting us off, buddy.
Me? Let's go. Yes.
Got a blinker behind. It's probably not blinking, it's just Wayne being in America and me being in UK. Yo, we're going fish. How are we doing on this fine day? I managed to get the touring car sorted out, fish. I spent a lot of time this morning testing the setups and seeing what works. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. But I'm just happy that I got the touring car sorted out. But oh, you're out at Rookies? Nice. Nice. What are you going to be planning on doing now, races wise? The two I strongly recommend is the two I'd recommend is the PCC, because you can use the MX-5 in that and you're used to the MX-5 with Rookies. And the other one is the Toyota GR86, because that is a really pleasant car to drive. But yeah, I'm down to I think I'm down to 1.3. I had a clean races, like 2 clean races. Well, nearly put me at 1.9 with 2 clean races, and then I had 3 extremely bad races, and it was just people dive bombing every corner, and just ramming you. And I was getting, I think one race I got 8x because of it, another race I got 13x because of it, and I end up and another race I had to quit because the one person dive bomb wrecks me. I pitted to fix my car, then next lap it dive bombed and wrecks me again. And we both pitted at the same time. We both come out of pits at the same time, and he did the exact same thing twice in a row. And I'm just sat there and I'm like, brother, why? So that was fun. But nice. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to finish good in this, just because I'm not good at this track with a fast car. However, I'm banking on people wrecking to get so we're in top split, so no matter where we finish in top split, I'm going to get championship points, and I'm kind of banking on people wrecking to get positions, because I can see it happening a lot on this track. That always happened on this track. So that's going to be fun. It's normally on this track. Every time I've done this track, when it gets within 10 laps of pitting for tires, that's when accidents happen, like that. Normally when it gets within like 10 laps of the pitting for tires, normally that's when all wrecks happen. Normally.
If you don't overdrive the corners, 11, you won't run into the guy on top of you.
But it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Come on by me, 11.
But yeah, my foot has been really bad today.
Long race, man. Y'all need to take it easy.
My foot's been really fucking bad today with neuropathy. So, kind of gritting my teeth a lot. Wonder if anyone's going into pits. But I've got a funny feeling we can get 45 laps out of these tyres. So I reckon crashes are going to start happening around lap 35. Around 35, I think they're going to get bad with crashes. Oh. So we're just chilling. If there's another safety car after this in the 20s, that's when I'm going to pit for tyres and fuel. I think this time it's too early to pit for tyres. Greg's going back in. Greg qualified first by a fucking massive amount. I wonder why he's gone in twice. Oh, the Ford Coupe is a lot of fun, but it's very, very, very twitchy. It doesn't have ABS and it doesn't have traction control. It revs to about 17,000 RPM, and it's like shit off a shovel. It is a lot of fun, but it is very, very twitchy, like very twitchy. It's one of them where it will bite you if you're not careful. I don't want to touch Greg. Like, Greg is one person I don't want to touch because he purposely started in pits to try and win it from pits. He qualified first by a big amount and he purposely started in pits to see if he could finish first from it. The fucking madman. Yeah, he's quick. He is really fucking quick, Greg. I've come across him once or twice before, and I've never known him not win a race whenever I've been with him. The only thing I don't like about these races with these cars is the restarts. Because the restarts in these are single file. And single file restarts are the biggest fucking pain in the arse thing you can ever do. Especially on like Talladega and like Daytona. Because on single file, the first 5 to 10 cars are by turn 1 by the time you even get across the line. It's like, look at the gap here, whereas when it's a side-by-side start, the pack doesn't get split up. So it's kind of one of them. If you're below top 10, you will fall back from the main pack on a restart. Right, look at the gaps here. You know what I mean? But the good thing to it, is it's harder to wreck on a single file restart. Because everyone gets spaced out, so normally you don't get another safety car after you've just had a safety car. Whereas like on a dual setup, on a double start, sorry, it's like a 90% chance there's going to be another safety car by lap 1, by turn 1. But the only thing is that I'm happy to be A-class license on this season update in NASCAR Oval. However, I am not happy about it because I did a race earlier on in the mini stock cars. I got 5X, and at B class with 5X you still gain safety rating. In A class I lost 0.1, just over 0.1. And it's like it's fucking crazy how hard it is to get safety rating once you get to A class. That's one of the reasons why I'm finding it so hard to get out of the ones at the 1 points in A class sport car, because it is so hard to get safety rating.
I'm trying to save tires, Philip. If you could run, then take it, bud.
I'll let you pass on back straight, William. You're quicker than me. Go on, take it inside. But like I say, I'm kind of banking on getting places through crashes That's kind of what I'm banking on. But more than anything, I want to 0x this. Even more than getting championship points, I want to 0x this to try and get a little bit of safety rating back. For a 90 lap race, you tend to get quite a lick on safety rating. One of the reasons why I'm doing it. Trying to find a position with my foot where it's not going to hurt. But yeah, it's not going to be an entertaining one, this. It's just going to be a chill out race. But it's like, this is the thing. It's like, it's not about having fun. It's about what's entertaining to watch. Doing shit like this isn't really entertaining to watch.
We're just running laps. Although I do have a run.
That's one of the reasons why I love doing touring cars. Because I'm really good at touring cars. Which means I can get close to people, which makes it entertaining to watch. If that makes sense.
Continue to keep it clean.
Races like this, I do enjoy doing races like this because it's just a chill out race. It's literally just a chilled race for 90 laps. So I do enjoy doing these. It's just not fun to watch. So it's kind of like half a dozen of one and 6 at other, you know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why I love Ringmaster so much. Is because I am really, really, really fucking good at Nürburgring. Like, really good at Nürburgring. So when it's cars on there that I can drive well, that's all I do for that week, Nürburgring. Because I always finish well, and I always get bumper on bumper racing on there. But there's not going to be any cars on this season till like halfway through season that I like driving. They're not decent cars on there at the moment, which I'm not too happy about. I love Nürburgring. I really hated it. Like when I first tried it back on Forza Motorsport years ago, like before 2010, I hated it. I hated it. But then on Forza Motorsport 4, when I really started getting into leaderboards on Forza Motorsport 4, like really getting into it, I just grew to love it. And I probably spent 2 to 3 months on that track to get the very best score I could on leaderboard. That's one of the reasons why I know it like the back of my hand, because I've done it that much on every single game. And it's just, and the reason why I love it so much is because it's one of them tracks where you don't win it by turn 1, because the lap itself is that big that the person that ends up winning it is the one what's just been chilled out. But I think it's been. I went on it not long back just to see if I could drift out wheel, but before that, you're looking at like 10 months. But yeah, it's Forza Motorsport, Forza in general. I've just lost interest in it. Don't get me wrong, Forza Motorsport will still always be my most favourite racing game out there. But that's because I've been playing it ever since FM2. Do you know what I mean? So I've put a lot of time. I've probably put over 2,000 hours in every Forza Motorsport going. But the reason I went to this game is because, like I said, when I bought the wheel and pedals, it took me a month to get it set up on Forza. Then Forza updated and it reset alt settings. So I was like, fuck that shit, and what right now? And a new iRacing works. A new iRacing works really well with steering and pedals. It just plugged in and worked. Because there's a lot of people I watched around that time frame on iRacing, so I just said, fuck it, I'm going to iRacing. End of January last year, end of January. I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to iRacing. And I loaded up iRacing, plugged in wheel, plugged in pedals. I didn't need to go through settings to fix anything. It just worked. It just worked off the bat, and it worked really fucking well. And I just instantly fell in love with it at that point because of it. So, and I've been on it ever since. And it's probably tied with Forza Motorsport for my most favourite game out there. But I think it will beat it. It will tip that edge and it will beat it eventually. I think the only thing why I love Forza Motorsport now is because of nostalgia. You know what I mean? I think that's the only reason why I love Forza Motorsport still. Because of the nostalgia and the good memories I've got from playing that game over the years. Oh yeah, without a doubt. But yeah, I think that's the only reason I love Forza still, because of nostalgia. But once I get over that nostalgia, it'll be iRacing all the time. It's my most favourite game. Oh yeah, everything just works on this game. You know what I mean? Like everything just works. And the cars, like yeah, the graphics don't look good. You know what I mean? Like the stadium and the people and the trees and stuff like that looks like it's from a video game from like 2010. However, the way the track feels and the way the cars feel on the track, you just can't beat it. You just can't beat it. And I've tried AC Evo, and that were extremely disappointing. From coming from iRacing and trying Evo, and I've tried it, and just like that, it was just disappointment, pure disappointment. Le Mans Ultimate, I can't say how that feels and drives because I don't have it. But yeah, I mean, I've said this a while back. Like as someone who's playing the game, like I am here, right? I don't care what the surroundings look like. I don't care what the stand looks like, what the people look like, what the trees look like. Like I don't care because I'm not watching that. I'm racing the car and I'm watching the track. Do you know what I mean? So I don't care about that. However, as a viewer, like yourself, that's when you look at it and you notice how bad it is, because you're not just watching me driving, you're looking at everything else around, and you don't have to concentrate on the car in front. You can look at the grandstand on the right and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? And as a viewer, the game looks shit. As someone who's playing it, it looks and feels 10 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the best way I can describe it. Well, what I am looking at getting, so I want to get a 5080. But the thing is, I think this year they'll be releasing new graphics cards. So I might just save up and just get the 60 series when they come out. Either get the 60 series when they come out, or get the 5080 if it drops in price. If the 5080 massively drops in price because the 6080's come out, then I'll get the 5080 instead. But if it doesn't dramatically drop in price, then I'll end up getting 6080, I think. Because and the only reason I want to get a 5080 or a 6080, depending, is because I hate doing a 2 PC setup for streams. I prefer doing a 1 PC setup for streams. I don't like doing a 2 PC setup. And on a 3080 now, you kind of have to do a 2 PC stream, because if you do a 1 PC stream, you have to restrict the frames to 60 FPS. Otherwise, the stream will look shit. If you go over 60, if I've noticed now, on a 1 PC stream now with my 3080, like if I play over 60 FPS, the stream looks like shit on a single setup. So that's one of the reasons why I want a 5080 or a 6080, so I can just go back to a 1 PC setup. Is that the biggest thing what's letting the 3080 down? Like, the biggest thing that's letting the 3080 down is the VRAM. It's only got 10 gigabytes of VRAM. So it's like, as soon as you start going above medium settings, you start running into VRAM issues because you haven't got enough. It's like Cyberpunk. I used to be able to play Cyberpunk on ultra settings, and then when all updates have come out for it, and then 4080 and the 5080 come out, I can no longer play it on ultra settings no more because I've run out of VRAM. I can only play that on medium, if that. It's like Flight Sim. I love Flight Sim, but I can't play that on higher than low. One of the reasons why I don't play it anymore, but I just can't. I can't get good graphics and good FPS at the same time on a 3080 anymore. RTX 3080. If you look under stream, it tells you all specs for it, but it's a RTX 3080 10GB model. And I'm running on a 40-inch ultra-wide 1440p monitor. Like, if I was 1080p, it'll still be fine. But 1440p is just not made for it anymore. So like with iRacing, I used to be able to play iRacing. I used to be able to play iRacing on maxed out settings, but then it updated. One at seasons last year when it updated, I could no longer play it on maxed out settings anymore. And that's iRacing. That with Forza Motorsport. I can't even play Forza Motorsport 8 on higher than medium settings. It's I can make my stream look better by adjusting colours and all that shit. I'm just too fucking lazy for that shit. But there's a way to apply filters to make everything sound better and look better and all that snaz, but I can't be fucked with all that. Because the filters will change game by game. But I think I started building mine in 2020. I think I started building it in 2020 and ended it in 2021. I finished the build in 2021. Nice. Like my original one, what I got was, I think it was 2012, my original one. My very first one, and I got that as a pre-build. However, I consistently upgraded it throughout the years and stripping it down. So I learned how to build through that PC because I consistently like changed. I went from a 770 to a 970 to a 1070. And then I changed. I then upgraded RAM. I upgraded the CPU cooler. Upgraded the storage drives. What else right now? I did a lot to it, and I learned how to do it through that. But what got me to update were my motherboard was cracked. So it kept destroying RAM sticks, so I had to consistently buy new RAM every 3 to 6 months because it kept just spitting them out. So I had to, and it was just getting expensive on RAM. It was just getting very expensive on RAM. So I just said fuck it, and 2020 I started building this current one from scratch, and this one I built it from ground up. I think I got a motherboard. I got a combo with the motherboard, so I got the CPU, motherboard, 32 gig of RAM, CPU cooler. Yeah, it was CPU, motherboard, 32 gig of RAM, CPU cooler for 1,200. I think it was 1,200. And then I bought another 32 gigabyte of RAM. I bought another 32 gigabyte of RAM. And then this current one, this current one, like including monitors, like when I say when I say the price, like I include everything, like the table, monitors, all shit like that. I've probably got 5 grand in it, 5-6 grand. But what you got to remember with me is I bought it during the COVID era, when all the parts were through the roof, and I kind of had to because the state of my other PC, so I kind of had to. And then sim racing, I probably got £800, £900 from like the sim rig, pedals, and direct drive, and everything else I've added onto it. That's another probably 900 quid for that. I'm kind of lucky I went for the CPU I went for. I got the 5950X, which is a 16-core 32-thread CPU. So if I went a 5080, I'd only be bottled on the CPU by like 10%. At 1440p, I'd only be bottlenecked at like 40%. Sorry, around 10% at 1440p with 5080, which I'm happy with. Because then in the future when I finally go AM5, I'll have another 10% boost on performance there when I go to AM5 eventually. So it's kind of like having money in bank. Do you know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why I'm not particularly fussed over it. Yeah. But the thing about future-proofing now is kind of hard. I think it's next to impossible to future-proof it now. Especially when it comes to graphics cards. When it comes to your CPU, motherboard, RAM, storage, you can future-proof that. But when it comes to your graphics card, you can no longer future-proof that anymore. Because it's like, look at the your DDR5, I'm DDR4, you're DDR5. But the reason why it's impossible to future-proof your graphics card now is because of features what the new graphics cards have got in, like DLS, for example. I think we're on like DLS4 now, but the 50 series gets DLS4 and DLS5, I think. The 40 series cards only get DLS3, and the 30 series only get DLS2, I think, and the 20 series only gets DLS1. So now you're getting locked out of features. But even AMD is doing the same on their GPUs with FSR. I think they were feature locking them, and there were a big backlash, and they just kind of just went, here you go, you can have it, sort of a thing now. But the only reason why I want to go Nvidia, over AMD for graphics card is because of Nvidia Broadcast. Nvidia Broadcast for the microphone is so fucking nice, because I can turn on the vacuum cleaner at the side of me and have my air conditioning on at the side of me on the other side, and you will not hear it through my microphone. You will not hear that through my microphone. So yeah, if you don't stream, then it makes no difference. But if you stream, Nvidia Broadcast tool is kind of a must-have. So that's the only reason I'm stopping with Nvidia. If it weren't for that, I'd have gone for the... Is it RX 9700 XT or is it 9800 XT? I can't remember which one it is. It is clever how they've done it. But I think... What is it now? Is it the 9700 XT or the 9800 XT? Yours is the 24 gigabyte VRAM, if I remember correctly. The one I'm thinking about with AMD, it's this 16 gigabyte VRAM one. I can't remember if it's 97 or 9800 XT, but it's like it's cheaper than the 5070. But it gets same performance as a 5070 Ti. Yeah, it's same price as a 5070. However, it gets the same performance as a 5070 Ti, if I remember correctly. Because it's kind of the best card you can go for price for performance at the moment. But that one what you've got is an absolute fucking monster. I've seen some reviews for that and what you've got, and it's a fucking monster. I am kind of jealous that you've got that card. I'm not gonna lie. I am kind of jealous that you've got that card. It was like in the past, the reason why a lot of people didn't go with AMD GPUs in the past was because of their software for them. Because the software was supposedly really bad. But AMD has massively stepped up the game on the software now. So it is really good now, the software. But like I said, if I didn't use NVIDIA Broadcast, I would go AMD myself on GPU. That is the only reason I'm sticking with NVIDIA. And the other advantage you've got as well with AMD is you ain't got that stupid 10-pin connector what fucking melts if you don't. What fucking just absolutely melts. Or is it 10-pin one connector like rated for 650 watts? But a lot of people's adding them melt at like 400 watt. You've got the best ones. The best connector on one what you've got. Same with one what I've got at the moment, the 3080. Oh, mine is. My room, put it this way. Every other room in this house where I live is around 18 Celsius. 17, 18 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, so I do apologise. But it's around 17, 18 Celsius in every other room in the house. In my bedroom, with my gaming PC, it's 29 Celsius. It's around 10. It's about 10 Celsius hotter in my room because of my PC. In the summer, it's probably 15 to 20 Celsius hotter in my room than it is anywhere else in the house. That's one of the reasons why I bought an air conditioning unit, a portable air conditioning unit, because of my PC. But now, do you remember when it's been like 30 degrees Celsius last couple of years? But last couple last couple of years we've had last couple of years I think we've had 30 Celsius summers, and in my bedroom it's been pushing 40 Celsius because of my PC. So with the aircon on, my room drops to like 20 Celsius. It's like around 20 Celsius with my aircon on, and it's so fucking nice. I got so much stick when I bought it, like so much stick off everyone when I bought it. And for the last couple of years when we've had these horrible summers, everyone's been asking if they can come and chill in my room for a bit because of aircon. And I'm like, nope. You said it was a waste of money, so you can suffer. Oh, they are nice. I think if you look on Amazon, they're called a portable aircon unit. Get one around 7,000 BTUs for your room, and that'll be enough. Around 7,000 BTUs. And the reason why I say around 7,000 BTUs is because then you can run it on low. You can run it on low and it will use less power, but it will cool more efficiently. And then you can get a nice cold room. I'm cooking my front right here. I'm really cooking my front right. But yeah, it's definitely worth it in summer. It's definitely worth it. Because like what I do before I go to bed in summer is I'll crank it on high. I'll crank it on high for about an hour. Because on low it gets it to around 22 Celsius on low. On high it gets it to 16 Celsius. So what I do is I crank it on high for an hour before I go to bed in summer. And then I walk in my room and it's like a fucking freezer. It feels like a freezer. And I just fall asleep so fast because of it in summer. But yeah, but if you do get one, do like what I did, buy it in winter. Because in winter, they dramatically drop in price. I paid £200 for mine. Mine's a 7,000 BTU, I think it is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, mine's mine's 6,000 BTU. And I paid 200 for it. Yeah. I'd probably say the best time's like November to April, because when it gets into summer, they all go up to like £500-600. That's what I did with mine. Because remember that very first summer what we had in COVID, when it was like pushing 35 Celsius, like that first year when that happened, like that winter after it, that's when I bought it. So I'm like, I'm not going through that again. So I bought it around Christmas time that year, and it was fucking, paid 200 quid for it, and it was beautiful. And I didn't even bother unboxing it to try it. I left it fully packaged in the living room. And then when it started getting hot again, I just unboxed it all, got it all set up. And best thing I've ever bought. It really is. But when it comes to because like you've with the pipe, because you've got there's a pipe what you need to put either at your window or a hole in your wall. It's all hot air what it expels through pipe. What I did was the box what it came in. I cut the box up and then I put that to the window. Then like I got the the tape where you can remove the adhesive really easy. I got that and I basically gaffer taped that to the window to keep the hot air, the cold air in and the hot air out, and cut a little hole in the bottom to put the pipe through. You can get nettings from Amazon. You can get proper nettings to put over your window to do it properly from Amazon for 20 to 50 quid, depending on what brand and everything you go for. But I just use the cardboard box it come in, and it works. It works better than what I thought it would. You just need something to block the outside temperature from the inside temperature with a hole in to put the pipe through. Like I said, I just use the cardboard box it come in and it works. Then get a milk bottle. The biggest milk bottle what you can get. From supermarket, them absolutely huge milk bottles. Get one of them, the massive thick like milk bottles, because you need a drain, because the condenser on it kicks off a lot of water. So, and it's got a tank inside it what stores it, but the tank's inside's only 1 litre. And if you have it on all day, it'll probably give out like 10 litres worth of water. So just get like one of them when you do your food shop. Just get one of them massive 6-pint bottles of milk, and just cut a hole in lid after you finish with it, and just put the pipe in that. And you'll just have to empty that once, maybe twice a day, and put the pipe from the conditioner into that, aircon into that. It comes with a pipe to do it. It just doesn't come with a bottle. So just feed the pipe into it. But yeah, it does put the electricity cost up a little bit. It'll probably put like an extra £40 on the electricity every month. But it's worth paying that extra £40 in electricity to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Like it's worth it in my opinion. Well, what I will say about them portable AC units though, don't get it and think it's going to cool down your entire top floor or bottom floor. They're not designed for that. They're just designed to cool one room. So don't get one thinking you're going to cool your entire top floor or your entire bottom floor. It's only really enough for one. It only really kicks out enough for one room. So just a little heads up on that. Yeah, I think I think mine's a little bit bigger than that, to be fair. I think mine's a lot. No. What is it now? It's like a big rectangle, my room, a massive rectangle. You can put a king size bed in and a massive wardrobe and a computer desk if you wanted to, put it into perspective. But it cools down mine enough. I have tried it downstairs and it does cool the living room, and the living room's from like the back at house to the front of the house, and like one side of the house itself. Our living room is absolutely fucking massive, and it does cool down the living room as well, but it's not enough. It's not enough to cool down like the living room and the kitchen, if that makes sense. It can only do one room effectively. But even though the living room is fucking massive, it will still cool it down. It just can't do the living room and the kitchen, if that makes sense. I've just got, I don't have many clothes, I've just got the tiniest wardrobe. I've got the tiniest wardrobe you can imagine, but I don't have much clothes. Same with bed, I've got a single bed. I've got a single bed because I'm single. I don't plan on getting into a relationship anytime soon, and I'd rather have my gaming PC and my sim rig in my bedroom than having a double bed. Let's have a look at what's accidents happened here then. Next incident. But yeah, it's like I could have a double bed. Like I could have a double bed and still have my computer desk in here, perfectly fine. But I wouldn't be able to have my sim rig in here as well. There wouldn't be enough for my sim rig with a king size bed. There'd still be enough for the for my computer desk, which my computer desk is a massive corner, a massive L corner desk, and it's fucking huge. And I'll have enough room for that and a king size bed. I just won't have enough room for my sim rig. So that's why I'd rather have a single bed, just so I can just have everything in my bedroom instead of having it downstairs instead. You know what I mean? I've got a massive corner desk. I think it's 3 meters, like the back side's about 3 meters that way. Then the other side is 2 meters. And that's what I've got my computer on, and I've got the monitors on swing arms. So the monitors, you can pull them out a meter, and they'll go anywhere up and down and around 360, and they come out from the back by about a meter and back in. So what I do with sim rig I've got is I've got caster wheels at the bottom at sim rig with locking things on, like what you have on toolboxes. So I'll pull my sim rig out, like pull it out on wheel it out, put it under my desk, and then pull all my monitors out on the swing arms, what I've got for them. And because the desk is an L shape, the L shape of the desktop stops the desk from tipping over from the monitors being stuck out a meter, kind of a thing. Yeah, it's nice, and I didn't plan on doing that when I bought the L desk with sim rig, but it kind of just all played in and worked together. So yeah, when I've done streaming, I basically unlock the casters on sim rig, wheel it that way, and put it up against the the wall at the window, and it slots in there really nicely. And I'll get the entire bedroom back then when I've done that. And then I just push the monitors back up against wall, push them back up to wall by a meter, and then wheel my chair back up, and I've got the entire bedroom back then. So it's kind of nice. Don't get me wrong, I would love to have a permanent sim rig with a computer and then a separate desk, so I can play games at a desk as well, so I don't have to keep pulling it in and out. But who's got money to have fucking that? To have 2 gaming PCs, do you know what I mean? So it's a very, very good alternate. You know what I mean? Like a very, very good alternate. But don't get me wrong, there is enough room in the house to do that. Like there is enough room in the house to do what I want to do. Like there really is. And like I do live with my mom, and even living with my mom, there's enough room in the house to do it. And even my mom said I can do it. Even my mom said I can do it if I want to. But I just ain't got fucking money. With cables, the one thing I will say about with the cables, HDMI cables and display port cables, like your standard HDMI and your display port cables, you don't want to go over 3 meter. When you go over 3 meter, you start having a lot of issues. You get a lot of delay and screen flickering and everything like that. However, if you get the optical, I don't know how to say it, they're called optical HDMI cables. They are extremely fucking expensive. But if you get an optical HDMI cable, I think you can get away going up to 20 meters and you'll still be fine. But the optical cables are very expensive and they are very easy to break, because if you kink them, they're fucked. Like if you kink them or bend them, they're fucked. They don't work anymore. So you've just got to be careful with that. The only reason I know that, is because in my old room, like this is, I'm now in my sister's room. It's like my old room was like a shoebox. So I had to put my computer in one corner of the room and have my desk on the other corner of the room to have enough room. So that is the only reason why I know that over cables and what lengths can and can't do. So she's moved out and bought her own house. The only reason I haven't moved out is it's kind of it's a little bit selfish on my own part, but it isn't. But ooh, nice 7 points. Because like at the moment where we're living, at the moment in the city I'm living in, we're paying £700 in rent. We're paying £150 in council tax. Then once you've got your rent, your council tax, your gas, your electricity, your internet, and your food shop, you've probably got about £100 spare at your wage. And like my mom can afford. My mom can afford to do it on her own, but she'll only have like £100 spare. It's like, I can afford to do it on my own, but again, I'd only have 100 quid spare. So, me still living with my mom, it's basically split all the priorities down middle. So, like, rent, gas, electricity, internet, Sky, council tax, everything like that is split completely down middle. We buy his own food and everything like that. We buy his own food, we do his own laundry, we clean up after ourselves. But we've gone from having £100 spare to live on to having £600-700 spare to live on. You know what I mean? So it means she can still enjoy her life because she's getting up there in her age now, my mom. But it means that she can now go abroad and enjoy living her life, and I can still somewhat enjoy living my life as well. And the other thing with me as well, because of my health, I can't get a mortgage because of my health. The banks refuse to give me a mortgage. So I'd be scraping by on pennies every month if I lived on my own. And I don't want a partner. I've had partners and partners cause headaches, but I don't want a partner. You know what I mean? So it's like, doing what we're doing at the moment, we both still get to live a good life. You know what I mean? Yeah. It is, but it's one of them. It's one of them. But still getting to live a good life. Do you know what I mean? Still getting to live a good life and do what I want and be able to have money to do what I want. That's a gift I've got, looking on the bright side of every fucking piece of shit thing. Like, yeah, and that's it. Because like I said, if I were living on my own, I'd put it this way: if I were living on my own, I wouldn't be able to afford the sim rig. I wouldn't be able to afford iRacing. I would still have the PC. I've got everything like that, but I wouldn't be able to afford iRacing. I wouldn't be able to afford the sim rig. And I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to afford to smoke. I wouldn't be able to afford to go out to the cinema, go out to do food. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be able to afford to do anything. I'd literally be going to work and coming home, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I would have been able to afford to do. So, do you know what I mean? When you look at it like that, it's, yeah, pretty much living to pay bills. And it's, a lot of people look down on it, but at the end of the day, it's, let them look down on it. Let them look down on it and be broke. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I've fallen out with a few mates over it because of, like, they fucking laughed at me. They laughed at, like, one of them. He was proper taking piss out of me. It was fucking funny. They were proper taking piss out of me. But it was consistently broke. Like, consistently begging people for money because he was broke, living on his own. So consistently begging people for money because of it. And I didn't mind lending it him because I knew I was going to get it back in the end. So I didn't mind lending it him. And one time he took it too far. He just took it too far, taking piss out of me because of it. And then 2 days later, when he asked to borrow some money for food, I went, no, you're not. No. You can fuck off. I'm not doing it. And he was like, but you've got money. I'm like, yeah. And 2 days ago, you just fucking ripped me a new arsehole because I still live at home with my mum. I'm like, you can fuck off. You can't take piss out of me one time and then next day beg for money. Do you know what I mean? It's the way I've always looked at it is like what you said. Never take the piss out of someone, because especially, you know, like with hopes and dreams. Never take the piss out of anyone who's got hopes and dreams, because for some people that is all they've got. You know what I mean? Look, for some people, that's all they've got. It's like that old saying: the homeless person on the street wishes he was the person on dole going to job centre and back. You know what I mean? Like that. The homeless person wishes he was the person on dole getting benefits. The person on dole walking to job centre and back wishes he was the person on the push bike what goes past him. The person on the push bike wishes he was the person in the car driving past him. The person what's in the car wishes he. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it may be a bad situation, but you've still got a roof over your head. You've still got food in your belly. And you've still got money in your bank. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of the reasons why I don't really ever mourn about shit like that, because at the end of the day, I've got a roof over my head, I've got a bed under my back, and I've got food in my belly. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. But I think I'm gonna call it there. I've gone longer than what I thought I would. But my foot is absolutely fucking murder now. So I think I'm gonna go off and go chill out and go watch a film and chill out for tonight. And get ready to do some more grinding tomorrow. But we managed to get a lot of championship points today, which I am absolutely over the moon with. We managed to go from, where are we? We're number 11. We managed to go from 280 to 626 now in championship points. So we got a nice whack of championship points today, which I am really happy about. So that's a good thing. So where is it now? I'll get it up. I'll get it all up so we can see it. Oh yeah, we refresh it. Oh yeah, we've got a nice bit of championship points for the team. So I'm happy with that. We're doing well. But yeah, I'm gonna go chill out, get something to eat, and probably go chill out. Probably go and watch Matt Malone's stream. Probably go and watch Matt Malone for an hour or two, then go and stick a film on. But yeah, same fish. I'll be on tomorrow. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a good week. Same with everyone else. Thank you all for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a good rest of your week. And no worries, Fish. I always appreciate it, brother. But yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow then, Fish, and everyone else. I'll catch you all later. Take care.